Yeppa, loves, here we are once again in another Die on Earth video. And even though the anniversary event is still going on, we still have this little area here. The season is ending, and there are only 2 days and 7 hours left for the anniversary, and 3 days and 7 hours left for the season. But I'm already said I don't think I'm going to play the anniversary event anymore. I don't know if I'll do a bit more ash farming, but I don't think I'll play it anymore, because I already have all the rewards I wanted. I'll just log in to keep buying daily drone blueprints, fish, genomes, all that kind of stuff. But I'm going to stay quiet for a month because what I want now is to claim the season pass rewards. I remind you all that for those of you who have this extra pass, I really don't recommend buying it at all. It's super expensive. It seems like Kefir has now decided to put a double pass on everything, right? So, well, if there's someone rich in the chat and wants to spend a few $dozen, go ahead, but I really don't recommend it at all. Very expensive, but they do give us a free box, which works for me. Let's claim it. Of all we have, I think I'll always choose the same thing for now. And I'm going to go for the genomes. I know the 01 catches my eye, and there are some cool things, but I'm going for the genomes. I want to finish the Genesis store as soon as possible. 50 free genomes for something they've put there that I'll never buy. Ever. So it's not too bad. Alright, now let's go for the rewards from this little pass. You know, lately I've been changing things up because I already have them. Well, just look. For example, I'm not picking Rob Weiler. I'll just calmly go for the coins. I think I already have plenty of chances to get Rob Weiler. I have a Rob Weiler that does 35 damage. There are events that give Rob Weiler. We have a lot. So I think out of all this, those 5 steel really catch my attention. A mini UCI was also really good. But anyway, the weapons are all normal. Okay, some pistol, 10 anti-spore rounds. They're all normal weapons, nothing spectacular. We're going for the coins out of all this. Crowbar. Look, the crowbar is actually pretty good, because crowbars aren't worth much. For the new exploration area, it's useful, and it's also good for this event area. Anniversary, even though there are 3 days left, okay, but anyway, we've got it too, which is pretty cool. Out of all this, I think I'm gonna go for the little shotguns. They always have weapons in the mailbox, that's nice. Even though there were some pretty cool things, some little toothed wheels, just leave them there just in case, that's not bad either. Among all this, there are some pretty cool things. The carbon compounds, but look, I get the carbon compounds daily at the settlement, so I'm gonna go for the fabric. This one is fine. I use this one a lot less. The spore sample, and besides, I have a ton of them, okay? I'm gonna go for this fabric, which is a bit more complicated to accumulate it in the mailbox, and that way we keep collecting little things. Among all this, look, there are things that are valuable. The springs are valuable, but I get them at the settlement. The engine part, which is easier to get. And on top of that now, the wrenches, even if there are fewer, like 5 are more valuable, they help us open chests, recycle, give steel, a lot of things. When they give me this, I can't do anything but choose. 13 copper look, I like everything. I like the coins, I like the 1016, I even like the manual drill. Just in case, but 13 copper is a fortune all at once in a single chest. There's no doubt among all this. Now I do have some doubts. Okay, we have these hides, and I would like to start collecting some of these hides, but every time they send me weapons to the mailbox. Gasoline's fine, and they give it out at the settlement. I'm going to get the katana now, calmly. We'll keep collecting weapons until we have unlimited. Among all this, we have several options. We have the mines, we have the bombs, we have the titanium alloy. Among these 3, look, I think the mines are going to be the only thing that at some point I would take out and it would be valuable. The rest are there too, okay? An AKK-47 is good too, but mines are pretty hard to accumulate. Look, we need to start discarding. This, not this, not this. It's not worth it. We would have to choose between medkits and the Kolpaton. I think I'll never need to take out the mailboxes, but maybe the Kolpaton when the Christmas event comes. Something like that. We're gonna take it. Okay, I'm gonna take the Kolpaton. Although it would also be cool to stock up on some medkits, those too. I'm going for the 8 steel, that's also a fortune. There are coins, there are cool things. Okay, but we're going for this. Look, we have ash planks here, which could work for us too, but honestly, we don't need much more for the break. I think I'm going to go straight for the Minusi, although 8 ash planks, man, that's quite a lot. Okay, man, I'm sure Kefir will end up expanding the base. I'll end up having to remodel it, and I'm going to use them. I'm sure this ash, if I put it in the mailbox, I'll end up using it. I'll never, ever take the Minusi out of the mailbox, because weapons, I never, ever take them out of the mailbox. And that ash, is there any chance I could take it out? Among all this, it's just that my weakness for red coupons, okay, is way too ancient. I can't stop picking red coupons and adding to my collection. I want the biggest red coupon collection in the game. I'm going for the 10 copper ingots again. 5 from daily, that's fine. But they give them to me in the settlement. This one they don't give me in the settlement. But 10 copper is more valuable than 5 steel. With 10 copper I can get 10 steel just by adding a bit of aluminum, iron, and coal, which are free elements. So we're going for 10 copper. Without a doubt, among all this, we're already starting with the genomes. Genomes. Every season gives me a bunch of genomes that help me complete the shop. Alright, there are coins, there's scar, and cool stuff, but for me right now the most valuable are the genomes. When we start finishing up, there will be other things. Look, an anti-spore rifle. It wouldn't hurt to save up for that. But I'm going to go for the coins. Alright, they're more or less normal weapons. They're expensive, that's true, but I'm going to go for the coins, because I also want to accumulate some coins, since there are some events coming up. You'll see now. I'm going to show it now so you can see it anyway, that having coins is going to be pretty useful for us. Alright, let's get this little dog, okay? Clearly, Robular's puppy is the best among them all. I think I'm going to go for the M16. There are good things here, the police one, but I use it very little. Alright, the factory parts will be given to me at the settlement, this too, okay? I'm going to go for the M16. Always weapons to the mailbox. It's one of the best things we can do here. Genomes again, and there are good things too, but not genomes. More buddy, bang, 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 look at this. Here's where the doubt comes in, alright? And among all this, I'm going to choose something that's going to annoy me a little. Pick up, but I'll tell you why. Look. The propeller is great for non-boat owners, a transmission benefits those without off-road vehicles, and an upgrade for the settlement truck. Cool. I used to choose drone blueprints, but now I only need 2 drone blueprints, and they're not even the best ones. They're just decent blueprints, but not even the ones I'm going to use daily. Alright, so for drone blueprints, I only need 2 more, so I'm going to stop choosing drone blueprints. But hey, I always try to get them. The anniversary event just began, and I'll get 15 drone blueprints since there are 15 left 15 from the event, and I've been buying one each day. So whenever I can get a drone blueprint without missing out on something else, I'm going to choose the drone blueprint. But in this case, if I choose the drone blueprint, I'll miss out on something else. In other circumstances, I might have chosen genomes too. But I need to complete the Dragunov. And for that, I need to get Dragunovs and recycle them. It annoys me because 1 Dragunov is a very small percentage of a blueprint. It's like 20% of a Dragunov blueprint. But even so, I have to complete it. And this is going to take me much longer. And it's much harder to get than the genomes. So I have to choose the Dragunov, no matter how much it bothers me. Here, I'm going to pick the shotgun. Look, the lenses are cool too, but I use very few of them. Now from here on out, if there are items like these, we always go for the firearm. Almost always, I'm not saying 100% of the time, but it's rare for me to choose something over a firearm. I'm going again. Wow, I'm getting a ton of mini Uzis here, it's crazy. Between the automatic luck and the mini Uzis they're giving me here in the season pass, it's wild. AK-47. Now this is a real weapon. This is a man. This is a real man's weapon. So with all this, let's go for the other brake pads. As I mentioned before, I used to get bricks. If you ever need to change the base, you must modify it. They'll come in handy, but I have a ton of bricks at the base. When I remodeled the base, I had a lot of bricks left over because my base has way fewer walls than before. It used to have 3 layers of walls, but now only 1 outer wall remains. All those leftover walls, okay, left me with a large amount of bricks. And also, the ash wood, yes, I mean, it doesn't change the size of the base and we don't have to expand the base. They'll help me keep upgrading the shelves, since I still don't have level 11, so we'd go for the ash planks, no doubt. And here, the last chest, another mini UCI. Naturally, this time I chose quite a few coins. Look, 120, 145, 175, 225, 245, 320, 360, 450 coins, which isn't bad. I'm not sure if they give fewer coins now or if I just picked fewer than I thought. Still, 450 coins is great. In some cases, I chose coins. What is cool, though, are the genomes. Even though I didn't pick the 200 genomes, look, 420, 620, 780 genomes. I'm going for the 3 Dragunov, okay? 2 Dragunov and 3 here with this one, plus the Dragunov blueprint, which little by little will help us get all the Dragunov blueprints we're missing. We're missing 2 to fully max it out and need a few more to finish the blueprints later since they're bad, but completing them requires a lot. Well, some ash wood, since you get a huge amount of copper over there. Steel plus copper. Here are another 10, another one here. We've got more than 40 between copper and steel, which is crazy. More than 40, almost 50. 50, that's a ton of stuff. As always, the Season Pass is one of the best investments you can make in the game. This pass? Yes, definitely. This pass? No. This pass? I don't recommend it. Unless you're Arab sheikhs and don't know what to do with your money. This one is definitely more worth it, especially in some countries where it's pretty cheap. Level 87. It's not a huge deal, but it's true that the anniversary event has helped me a lot to complete it. And like I was saying, coins are pretty important now because we keep getting events like this Gold Rush event. For now, I haven't spent any, but I will spend 500 coins. I'll see which are what the best things are to spend them on. To end up getting this box with a kitten from level 1 to level 3, it's not bad. They're adding kittens for us in some way. Although this one costs money, okay? because you can't get the coins for free. There is a way, but you can get very few for free, okay? Most of the coins are always obtained by paying, so, well, since we have the premium pass, let's take advantage of it to try to get these little things. These tools, even if I won them, I don't think I'll even have time to use them for anything, but well, there they are. Maybe I'll spend them on machine guns if I go all out in the anniversary event with full machine guns on the off-road vehicle, because if not, we can spend them another way. But well guys, season pass at level 87, it fills up the mailbox again with items, even more than we already had. The Genesis store, it fills it up for me again too, for sure. Look, I'm saying it. 4,575, so we have to be careful. We'll have to see what we spend it on. If you recall, I recently uploaded a video about the missing workbench upgrades downstairs. We need to choose carefully now, as there are fewer options left for me. Genesis is next. If you enjoyed the video, please like and share it with your friends. And you already know that here the most important thing is to earn it, to deserve it.